Inflammation's assault on the brain. The omega-3 defense. The origin of chronic inflammation often begins in our blood vessels. When blood becomes thick and sticky, the friction created as it squeezes through narrowed vessels can cause micro-tears, igniting the first embers of inflammation on the inner walls. To this, omega-6 fatty acids, abundant in fried foods and snacks, act like pouring gasoline on these embers. In truth, omega-6 is a necessary fire alarm for the body, initiating an immune response to injury. The problem is that the modern diet is flooded with these alarms, while the means to resolve the inflammation are severely lacking. This is where the crucial troubleshooter, omega-3, comes into play. It acts as a specialized resolution crew, using unique substances, called resolvins and protectins, to resolve the source of the inflammation and repair the damaged site. Without enough omega-3, the body is left in a state of chronic inflammation, where the fire alarms are constantly blaring, but the fire never goes out. In the midst of this chronic inflammatory blaze, even a well-intentioned repair crew like LDL cholesterol can turn into a villain. When LDL cholesterol, an essential material for repairing wounds, arrives at the site, it is engulfed by the intense flames. It transforms into oxidized LDL, a form of toxic waste, which then builds up and clogs the arteries. When this unceasing siren of inflammation echoes throughout the body, its destructive influence eventually reaches the one fortress that should be safest, the brain. The brain is protected by a defensive wall, known as the blood-brain barrier, BBB. However, when inflammatory substances like cytokines constantly circulate in the blood, the junctions of this wall loosen and gaps form, allowing inflammatory agents to infiltrate the brain tissue. Once this defensive wall is breached, the brain's internal immune cells, the microglia, detect the intruders and are immediately activated. These cells, which normally act as the brain's janitors, transform into aggressive soldiers, releasing powerful inflammatory chemical weapons. The friendly fire from this process indiscriminately attacks not only the invaders, but also healthy brain cells, neurons and their connections, synapses. This butterfly effect, which begins as a small inflammation in a blood vessel, leads to a tragic chain reaction called neuroinflammation. In the short term, it causes brain fog, memory loss, and depression. In the long term, it can lead to neuron destruction and brain atrophy, becoming a primary cause of Alzheimer's disease and other serious psychiatric disorders. Therefore, controlling inflammation with omega-3 is a critical strategy for defending the brain. Thanks.